start. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Online. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello. Yes, good evening. Preeti. Good evening, Chinmay. Good evening, guys. Right. Okay, so let's start. How to install the operating system we are going to discuss now. Okay. Yeah, I'm good, Chinmay. How about you? So can we start how to install the operating system into VMware Workstation? Guys, prerequisites, at least you should have dual core processor. i3 is enough. Okay. More than i3 also it's okay. Don't ask me, sir, I have i7, i5. In i7 and i5 also you can able to install. It's not a big deal. Minimum i3 dual core processor we should have, right? Okay. Next, 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM we should have into our laptop. Okay, if we having 4 GB also we can able to install, but we'll have some performance issue, right? And hard disk 500 GB it's okay, because we are going to use 40 GB hard disk only for operating system, right, guys? And your laptop should have the virtualization. Okay, go to BIOS. There you'll have system information, and there we'll have the virtualization option. Enable it, right? By default we'll have enable only, but sometimes maybe if it is disabled you need to enable, then only we can able to install the virtual machines. We can able to install the virtualization applications, right, guys? You can able to install in Mac also, but you should not use Workstation. You need to use Fusion, VMware Fusion. Okay. Manoviraj, right? So I have installed 17 Pro. That took me 17. No issues, no issues. You can use 17, no issues. Guys who have Windows 7, those people you need to use Workstation 12. Got it? VMware Workstation 12. Yesterday we discussed, right? VMware Workstation, Hypervisor, KVMs, Arcal VirtualBox, and those all stuff, right? So who have Windows 7, better to use Workstation 12. In Workstation 12, we are unable to install RHEL 8.0. Only it will support 7.0. Got it, guys? But I think like nowadays, most of the people, they are using 10 and 11, right? For 10 and 11, you can install 17, you can install 16, whatever if you want to can install. Got it, guys? Who have Windows 10, who have Windows 11, better to download latest versions. It's not a problem. In Workstation 17, 9 also it will support. Got it, guys? Okay, don't worry. I will share the keys. 17 keys, don't worry. Okay. So who need? So guys, those keys we need to use. 17 keys. I'll share you, don't worry. Okay. Those keys you can use. So guys, offline, if you want, you can take a snap. For online, I will share the document into chat box. Don't worry. This is PDF, guys. Okay. You can use any one key. First, what you need to do, if you having proper configuration laptop, download the Workstation 17 Pro, right? Then install it. It's not a big deal to install, guys. Just download those that particular software. It is going to download into the download folder. We need to go to the download folder. Just double click on top of this. Give next, 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 next. That's it. Don't do anything. Blindly give next, next, next. And finally, you get the option called finish. Click finish. That's enough. Then finally, it will ask license keys. Use those keys. One key is enough. Don't use all the keys. Okay. Only one key we need to use. Right. So this key you can use. So it will activate. So after activating, you'll get like this icon on top of the desktop. Got it, guys? Like this icon, right? Blue color square, orange color square. So like this icon will get. So if you double click on top of that icon, right? So you are going to get the VMware workstation. In that, now we are going to creating one virtual machine. Right, guys? I think I have few virtual machines. I'll delete because it doesn't have much space into C drive. I'll delete few virtual machines now and then we'll install. So from scratch. So this is our VMware workstation. I'm using 15.5 row version, guys. Use 17 also, it's not a big deal. Almost the same, that's it. It doesn't have much differences in 15 as well as 17. Got it? So let's see here. So guys, this is workstation 15.5 Pro I'm using. You can use 17 also, it's not a problem, right? 16 also you can use, it's not a problem, okay? So Fusion you can use according to your requirement. Who's that guy? Susmita, right? So depends upon latest version you can download, but you'll get only 1 month. Purchase the license. It doesn't have Fusion keys, license keys, because always Mac it don't encourage pirated versions, right? So better to purchase. 1 month is enough, right? Can use like trial version, it's not a big deal. Or otherwise better to use EC2 instance. So who's doing AWS DevOps for them? Better to use EC2 instance. You know how to launch the instances and those all stuff. So launch Amazon Linux 2 or Amazon Linux 2020, 2023, whatever if you want, you can use. Those all the commands you can able to execute. Maybe if you are unable to install into your laptop. Got it, guys? So it's not like this. We need to purchase the laptop for Linux course. Yesterday I said, okay? So don't force to your parents to purchase new laptop, okay? So doesn't need, use EC2 instance, that's enough. Right. Okay, guys. So I have missions will have station tower 8.0, 9.0 client server like this I have. I'll do one thing. I'll delete few virtual machines. Then we'll create new virtual machine. Okay. So guys, by default, those virtual machines where it will install in the sense inside the documents. Inside the documents, automatically one folder it will create that is called virtual machines. Open this. I'm trying to selecting. I'm deleting this virtual machine. You need to delete the virtual and double click on top of the server. It will remove from. I hope you got it, guys. Right? So C having, okay. So C having some space, okay. Right. So now we are trying to creating one new virtual machine. Means with the help of this workstation application, we are trying to dividing my laptop, physical laptop into multiple virtual laptop. Now we are trying to creating one virtual laptop. In our layman language, you can say like that, but coming to technical term, what we need to call? We need to call virtual machine. This is not a physical, it's a virtual, but that is also mission computer. Now we are trying to creating one virtual machine. So after creating the virtual machine, we are going to install the operating system into virtual machine. Guys, please focus on it, right? So please try to install the virtual machine maybe today or tomorrow in your home, right? So if you're having any doubts, you can ask me tomorrow. Got it, guys? So please try to install the operating system into virtual machine. Install VMware workstation. Then inside the VMware workstation, we need to create the virtual machine. How to create the virtual machine? See, guys, please focus on it. We'll have an option called create a new virtual machine. Or otherwise, you can go to file and you'll have the option called new virtual machine. Whatever if you want to can use. So now double click on top of this, create new virtual machine. Got it, guys? See, guys, here we'll have create new virtual machine. double click on top of this, create new virtual machine. Simple. If you want, you can take a snapshot online. So for offline, don't worry. I'll provide the documents, how to install, we'll have in the document, right? So after completing the demos, I'll share the Google Drive link. In that Google Drive link, you'll have required softwares and those all stuff, right? So for creating the virtual machine, VMware is enough. To install the operating system into virtual machine, what we need? ISO image we need. That's it now. You purchase one brand new laptop, guys. In that laptop, it doesn't have the operating system. Then how you are going to install the operating system? With the help of ISO image. We need to download the ISO image from internet, and with the help of that ISO image, we are going to create bootable DVD or bootable pen drive. Nowadays, we doesn't have DVDs, right? So because of that reason, we are going to create the bootable pen drive using some third-party application. With the help of that bootable pen drive, we are trying to installing the operating system into our laptop. Like the same way, after creating the virtual machine, we are try to inserting the image, ISO image for Linux, RHEL 7.0, 8.0, 9.0. How to download ISO image, I will tell you, don't worry. Okay. Try to open PDF reader or otherwise Google browser will have, right? You can able to open. That is PDF, right? So if you are trying to opening with the notepad, one WordPad, you are not going to get the proper information, right? Afzal Ahmed. What format, man? Imran Ansari. So it's not a format, man. It's a simple PDF file. That's it. How you are going to read the PDF file? With the help of PDF reader, or otherwise open the file with Internet Explorer, open the file with Google Chrome. Now we can able to open. How I can able to open now if you are unable to open there? The same file only I have uploaded, right? Yes, no. So think little bit logically. Don't open the files blindly with Notepad and WordPad. What kind of file it is, we need to understand. Right, guys? Right. Okay. So now we are trying to creating one virtual machine. Click this create virtual machine, right? And guys, welcome to the new virtual machine wizard, right? Then use typical option only. By default, you'll have typical and custom. No need to bother about custom at present. Use typical only, right? So select typical. This is radio button, guys. What is this? This is called radio button, right? So we need to select typical radio button and then give next. So custom means old version will get. If you want, you can use Fusion, Workstation, right? So, right, guys, here, if you want, you can change the versions according to your requirement. No need to bother. Just use typical. That's enough. Use typical and then give next, right? Guys, here we have guest operating system installation, right? Three options we'll have here. Installer disk image file ISO, and I will install the operating system later. So first option, now only we started, Swapna. Just now I have given some basic information, okay? No issues. You'll get the demo video, Swapna. No need to bother. Okay, Swapna S. So right, so installer disk. Guys, if you select the first option, what will happen in the sense? We need to provide the DVD or pen drive to install the operating system into this virtual machine. So we need to insert the DVD or pen drive into our laptop for installing. Maybe if you're trying to installing the operating system using DVD, better to select first option. If you're trying to installing the operating system into your virtual machine with the help of pen drive, better to select this option, installer disk. Then here you need to select your disk or pen drive, whatever it may be, right? Then second option, installer disk image file. Now we are using ISO image to install the operating system into virtual machine. Got it, guys? ISO image also, it will act like as a DVD, remember. ISO image, with the help of ISO image, RHEL 7.0 ISO image, we are going to use to install the RHEL 7.0 operating system into virtual machine. Got it, guys? So finally, we'll have one more option. I will install the operating system later. I will install the operating system later. Now, what we are doing in the sense, we are trying to creating one blank virtual machine without operating system. Like if you purchase the laptop, if you purchase the desktop without operating system, how you'll have the machine like the same way. I hope you got it, guys. With empty hard disk, blank hard disk. So we are not installing any operating system. Just we are trying to creating one virtual machine. That's it. So last option I'm using. At present, I'm not installing any operating system. Just we are trying to creating one virtual machine. That's it. Right, guys? I will install the operating system later. Right? So give next. Guys, here guest operating systems. What kind of operating systems we need to install here? We need to define. Guys, it's not like this. We need to install only Linux operating system. So, for example, you'll have one desktop man into your home. You can able to install Windows as well as Linux, as well as some different operating system, Chrome. I hope you got it. Android also you can install according to your requirement, right? Like the same way here also, we can able to install Microsoft Windows operating systems, and we can able to install Linux. We can able to install VMware ESXi, and then we can able to install other operating systems like DOS. I hope you got it, guys. Now our target, what we need to do? We need to install Linux operating system. So better to select Linux operating system. In Linux, how many flavors will have as of now? 800 plus flavors will have as of now. In that, which flavor we are using? Red Hat Enterprises Linux. I mentioned CentOS there. Whatever if you want to can use. Actually, CentOS production, they got stopped from 2022 onwards. So it's not providing any support. So for practice, no issues. If you want to can use CentOS, if you want to can use RHEL, whatever if you want to can use, it's not a problem. Okay. So got it, guys. Then here coming to Linux, Ubuntu will have different SUSE Linux will have. So we are using RHEL 7.0. So we need to select Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7 64-bit operating system. We are trying to installing into this virtual machine. Got it, guys? Yes, no? Right. So we need to select this one, RHEL 7.1, right? 7 64-bit. Then give next. Guys, if you want, you can provide virtual machine name, or otherwise you can go with the default name also. It's not a problem. But I'm trying to providing as a server. Server is a name I'm trying to providing. It's not a like you need to provide server only. You can give your name also. It's not a problem. Got it, guys? A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, whatever if you want, you can give, right? Okay. So by default, where it is installing inside the C drive documents. In documents, we'll have one folder called virtual machine. Inside this virtual machine folder, we are trying to installing server virtual machine. Guys, if you doesn't have the much space into the C drive, maybe if you having the space into the another drive, D drive, E drive, then browse it, select the drive letter, and then try to install the operating system, try to install the virtual machine into that particular drive. In my laptop, everything is full. D, E, everything is full in red. Okay. So because of the reason I'm using C drive only. So give next. Give next. See, this is virtual machine hard disk, guys. You'll have the laptop without hard disk. What is the use of that particular laptop? Tell me. Can we able to install the operating system? Can we able to store the data without hard disk? There is no use. Like the same way, so this virtual machine, so it should have the hard disk, virtual hard disk, we are trying to providing the virtual hard disk space for this virtual machine. So by default, we'll have 20. So guys, we are going to discuss about disk management concept in future. So because of that reason, I'm trying to providing 40 GB hard disk for this virtual machine. Got it, guys? 40 GB hard disk. We are trying to providing virtual hard disk. This 40 GB, it is going to consume from C drive. Got it, guys? Then we'll have two different options here. Split virtual disk into multiple files and then store virtual disk as a single file. So guys, better to use first option. Better to use first option, store virtual disk as a single file. So if you are trying to providing more than 500 GB, 1 TB at the time, better to use second option. So for taking the backups, it's very easy if you're using second option. So it is going to divide this virtual hard disk into multiple parts, into multiple files. Easily we can able to get the backup. But here we are providing only 40 GB, right? So no need to bother about split virtual disk into the multiple files. So first option is enough. Clear, guys? Good. Then give next. So guys, before finish, we have an option called customize hardware. Double click on top of this customize hardware, then you are going to get the device details. Laptop or desktop having few devices, right? Example, RAM, memory. So guys, recommended 2 GB for RHEL 7.0. The total RAM in my machine, I have 16 GB RAM into my laptop, but for this virtual machine, 2 GB we are providing, right? Recommended 2 GB RAM. Your wish, according to your requirement, you can increase, you can reduce, but minimum you should have 1 GB. If you're providing 2 GB, you are going to get the good performance from your operating system. Got it, guys? Clear? Right. So processor core. Guys, in my laptop, I have i3 5th generation processor, 4-core processor I have. So we are trying to providing 2 core for this virtual machine. How you are going to check the processor cores? You need to give 2 GB storage only. I said that is what, no? Right? RAM 2 GB you can give, then only you are going to get the good performance. You can able to manage your operating system. You can able to do the practical session. Right? If you're providing 1 GB, we'll have some performance issue. Clear? So don't give entire 16 GB RAM. No need to bother. So 8 GB, 16 GB, 2 GB is enough for virtual machine. For RHEL 7. If you are trying to installing 8 and 9, better to give 4 GB. 7 for 7.0, 2 GB is enough, guys. If you are trying to installing 8 version, RHEL 8 version, RHEL 9 version, better to give 4 GB RAM. So guys, we doesn't have much difference. No need to bother. In 7.0 as well as in 8.0 and as well as in 9.0, it doesn't have much differences. So concept wise, chapter wise, I will provide the differences between 7, 8 and 9 as well as in 6 also, don't worry. Got it? Right. So, okay. So how to check the processor cores? Yes, guys. How we need to check the processor cores, guys? How you are going to purchase the mobile? How you are going to check the mobile specifications? You need to play PUBG, man. Then for PUBG, what kind of mobile you are going to purchase? You know very well about mobiles, right? What kind of processors will have in mobiles? MediaTek, Snapdragon, yes, no. Like this processors will have. You are going to purchase MediaTek octa-core processor. Octa-core means 8 cores. Why 8 cores we need? How you are going to calculate the processor performance? ऐसे या ऐसे? Huh? Yes, guys. Don't say like this, okay? If you know like this, you can say. If you don't know like this, you need to say, right? Don't rotate your head, okay? So if you don't know, let's see here. How to know the processor cores. In Windows, in Linux, I will tell you, don't worry, how to know the processor codes. Not now, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Okay. So let's see, guys. Here we'll have this PC, right? Right click and go to manage. You need to go to device manager. Right, guys? Go to manage. There will have the one option called device manager. Right? Right, guys? Okay. See, guys, here we'll have the device manager. So double click on top of the device manager. Right? And then here we'll have the processors. Double click on top of the processor. How many cores will have? 4, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cores will have 2 gigahertz, not 2 cores. Speed 2 gigahertz, right? So we'll have 4 core processor. i3 5005 means 5th generation processor. And nowadays we'll have 13th generation processor. That is a different story. Okay. It is going to provide the good performance compared to this processor. Right? So 4 cores. Each core 2.0 gigahertz. 2.0 gigahertz means frequency. Frequency, matlab, what is the meaning of frequency? So how, very good. What is that? Cycle. Very good. So how you are going to measure the processor performance? Usually how you are going to measure your bike performance? Kilometer per hour, right? That's it now. Kilometer per hour, your bike performance, right? Like the same way, 1 hertz is equal to 1 cycle per second. 1 cycle means it's not our cycle, guys. Okay. 1 cycle means 1 process, like 1 round, right? So 1 hash is equal to 1 cycle per second. Cycle per second. How you are going to measure? Cycle per second. 1 hash is equal to 1 cycle per second. 1 mega hash is equal to 1 million cycles per second. 1 gigahash is equal to 1 billion cycles per second. Each core 2.0 gigahertz means 2 billion cycles per second. Like this, how many cores will have? 4 cores will have. 2 into 4. I hope you got it. 8 billion cycles per second performance it is going to provide this processor. So 2 cores for virtual machine, 2 cores for our base machine, means our Windows machine. Clear, guys? Now here we are trying to providing 2 cores for virtual machine, means 4 gigahertz speed we are going to get. Clear, guys? 4 billion cycles per second performance it is going to provide for this virtual machine, right? Okay. So guys, don't forget this option. This is a very, very important. Most of the people, they are not going to upload image file. They are not going to connect DVD. So they will try to install the operating system. You are going to get the errors if you didn't select the DVD, if you didn't select the image file. Don't forget, okay? How you are going to increase the course? You need to change the processor. Okay, you need to change the processor. Anyway, in laptop, we are unable to change the processor. You need to purchase the new laptop. Okay. In desktop, we can, maybe if your motherboard, if it's a new generation motherboard, we can able to change the processor from i3 to i5, i7 like that. Maybe we can, if it is if it is a new generation motherboard. So if it is a old, entire thing we need to change. So it's not possible. You are unable to increase the processor course. But here we can able to provide. Instead of 2 cores, you can give 3, you can give 4. Maybe if you're having 8-core processor, then you can give 4 cores for this virtual machine. I hope you got it, guys. In VMware it's possible. In physical machine, it's not possible. See, guys, remember one thing, especially who's doing AWS DevOps, right? Guys, without physical environment, there is no virtual environment, there is no cloud environment, remember. Simple, man. This is my laptop. Without my laptop, can we able to install the virtual machine, guys? It's possible. Simple. Without place, can we able to build the building? We should have place base, right? So from without base, how you are going to build the building? Tell me. Like the same here also. Behind we'll have the bare metal servers. Got it, guys? Without physical environment, without legacy environment, there is no virtual environment, there is no cloud environment, remember. Right? So like the same way, we have the physical processor, right? That processor having 4 cores, then we are trying to using 2 cores for virtual machine. So if you want to get use 3 cores also, your base machine performance you are going to lose. So because of that reason, equally I have provided 2 cores for base machine, 2 cores for virtual machine. Clear, guys? Good. So guys, here we need to select ISO image. We are trying to installing the operating system with the ISO image. We need to download the ISO image from official website, Red Hat official website. I'll show you, don't worry, how to download and those all stuff. Then browse it. And I have already downloaded the ISO image before. RHEL 7.0 I'm using. And guys, network adapter, better to select bridge. Guys, who have Wi-Fi, use bridge. Who have wire connection, use NAT. In your home, if you having Wi-Fi, better to use bridge. In your home, if you are trying to connecting the internet with the help of wire, use NAT. Okay, then you are going to communicate your base machine. You are going to get the internet into your virtual machine. What is bridge, what is NAT, and those all stuff we'll discuss later while we are discussing about networking concepts at the time. No need to bother. This is not a right time. If you having if you need internet into your virtual machine, if in your home, if you having Wi-Fi, better to use bridge. If you having wire connection, use NAT. That's it. Your virtual machine, it will communicate with base machine. Then you are going to get the internet into your virtual machine from base machine. Clear? Blindly remember Wi-Fi, bridge, wire, NAT. That's it. So what is bridge, what is NAT, we'll discuss later. Okay. Next, USB controls. Oh, according to your laptop, I can give the USB controls, I think 3.2, I think, right? Nowadays, new USB version, right? And sound drivers, printer, I think it doesn't have. I'm trying to removing the printer. Doesn't need printer drivers here. So that's it, guys. Close it and finish it. Now our virtual machine is ready with image. Got it, guys? So we have the new laptop, virtual machine, right? It's ready now. Now what we need to do, we need to install the operating system into this virtual machine. How we are going to install the operating system? Already while we are trying to creating the virtual machine, at the time we provided the CD DVD option, image file. with the help of that image file, this virtual machine, it will boot. It will boot means it will start. In our human language, we are going to say start. Coming to computer technical term, boot. Both are same. How you are going to start your machine? You'll have the new laptop, man, along with you. How you are going to start the laptop? Huh? We have the power button. We need to switch on, right? That's it now. With the help of power button, we need to start the laptop, right? Like the same way here, we'll have the power button, virtual power button. See, power on this virtual machine. Click. Then this virtual machine, it's starting with image file. It's booting. See, guys. Guys, see here. I'm going to maximize for field. I'm going to maximize for field. So this is maximize button. I'll show you. Give me 1 minute. See, guys. This is maximize button. Okay. So click this. So it is going to maximize for field. So we are going to field. We are trying to installing the operating system into directly into our laptop. But actually, we are not installing the operating system directly into our physical laptop. So for feel, right? So we are going to feel, yes, we are trying to installing this operating system into our laptop like that. But it's not a laptop, it's a virtual laptop, means virtual machine. Got it, guys? Right. So guys, we have 3 options here. Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7.0. And we'll have 3 options here. Install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7.0. Test this media and then install Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7.0 and troubleshooting. No need to bother about troubleshooting. We doesn't have the operating system to whom you are going to troubleshoot. You don't have any operating system, right? Then to whom you are going to troubleshoot, man? Okay. So no need to bother about troubleshooting. Remaining 2 options will have install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0 and test this media and install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. Which one we need to select? First one. Why? Why, guys? Which one we need to select? So better to select first one only. Second option, test this media. Guys, how to navigate the cursor? Using navigation keys. Up arrow, down arrow. In your keyboard, right? We'll have up arrow, down arrow, right? Using those navigation keys, you need to navigate. So guys, if you're unable to find the cursor, don't get fear, okay? Just use Control Alt, you'll get the cursor. Control Alt key, double click on top of this black screen and use navigation keys to navigate. Right? So second option, test this media and install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. Test this media means our image file. We are using image file to install the operating system, right? That particular image file, whether it is working properly or not, we are going to test. So no need to bother about test. Past 2 years onwards, I'm using same image file, right? So because of that reason, we are trying to installing the operating system directly. Just first option you need to select and then hit enter. See, why you are bothering about troubleshooting? You don't know about the Linux operating system. We are into very initial stage. We are trying to installing, right? So if you are working with Linux operating system, then you are going to get the error, then you are going to troubleshoot, right? At present, we are installing, no need to bother about troubleshooting and stuff, right? Right, guys. See here, welcome to Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, right? So here, what language would you like to use during installation process? Your wish, guys. Whatever if you want to can use. You can use Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Marathi, Oriya, whatever if you want to can use. We'll have many languages here if you want to can check. See guys, Telugu will have, Tamil will have, right? Hindi also will have, guys. See, okay. Punjabi also will have, right? Hindi भी रहना चाहिए यहाँ पे. See, guys, Hindi. But don't use those all languages, okay? In real time, it's not worthwhile, right? So better to use English. Click continue. Right, guys. So now we are going to get three options: location, software, and system. Localization, software, and system. Now we are going to discuss about localization. In localization, again, we'll have three more options: date and time, keyboard, and language support. Date and time, keyboard, and language support. So double click on top of the date and time. According to India, we are providing Asia, Kolkata. Region, Asia, city, Kolkata. Right? Indian time zone, ma'am. Okay. Kolkata is a time zone for India, right? Okay. Asia, Kolkata. And if you want, you can provide 24 hours time. If you want, you can provide AM, PM time, whatever. If you want, you can give. Right? Depends upon your requirement. And then here, date. So today date September 1st only, I think, right? No need to bother about date. And guys, if you observe, you'll have one small option called network time. What is this? Do you have any idea? Unable to power on. Where? Afzal, first of all, focus on it, then you can do. After completing the session, please try to do the practical session. So if I'm trying installing, if you're asking like this question, then what I need to do? I need to give the answer for you, or otherwise I need to continue the installation. Yes, no. So simultaneously, if you're doing, then how I can able to help you? Right? Let it complete. Then try to install the operating system into your laptop, into your desktop. Then I'll help you. Take the screenshot and then send to me into chat box. According to that error, I will help you. If you are saying, sir, I'm unable to start, I'm unable to reboot like this, how I can able to understand what kind of errors you're getting? Got it, guys? So first of all, focus on it. Let it complete the installation. Then try to install into your laptop. Okay. Right, guys? So let's see here. Network time. Network time. What is network time? Right. So we need to select here Asia, Kolkata. What is this network time? So for example, in your organization, assume this, we have 100 machines. Those all the 100 machines, it connecting with one network. Got it, guys? So we need to assign unique time for each and every mission. 100 machines will have. So as an administrator, so we need to assign one unique time for each and every mission. It's possible, guys, manually. It's possible. Can we able to assign the unique time manually for 100 missions as a human? If you doesn't have the unique time into your missions, how you are going to calculate your employee login times? And then few services you are unable to get if you doesn't have the proper time into your mission. If you want, you can check. You'll have Windows laptops, right? Go to your laptop, time settings, modify the time and date, right? Try to connect the internet and access the Google. What will happen? Let's check. You are unable to get the Google page. If we having the proper time synchronization, then only we can able to get few services. Means we should assign unique time for each and every missions in our network. Then only we can able to calculate the proper login information as well as few services we can able to provide for those missions. Then how you are going to assign the unique time for each and every mission, guys? With the help of NTP server. NTP, network timing protocol. How will have the HTTP, VSFTP, DNS, DHCP, like the same way we have one server called NTP, network timing protocol. So what we are going to do in the sense, we are going to purchase one strong machine. We are going to install the NTP server into that particular mission, and we are going to connect this mission into this network. Automatically, this NTP server, it is going to provide the time for each and every mission through network. How it is going to provide? Assume this what we are installing, this is client, right? We are trying to accessing the time from NTP server. Guys, here you'll have one small setting symbol, right? So click the small setting symbol and you need to provide the NTP server details, means host name or IP address. NTP server, host name or IP address you need to provide, and then you need to switch on. Guys, at present in my laptop doesn't have any NTP server. We are unable to synchronize. Just I'm trying to providing some information to you peoples in real-time environment. You are not going to provide the time manually for your missions. Automatically it is going to synchronize with NTP server. Clear? Right. No need to switch on this. If you're having NTP server, then you can synchronize with this. Okay. So click done. Keyboard. US English. If you want, you can add different languages also. Different language keyboard also. Keyboard also you can use here. See guys, Arabic and different languages will have. But I'm using only English. Click done. And the language support you can change. You can provide the language support. No need to bother. I hope you're clear about localization. Yes, no. Localization. Then software. In software, we'll have two options, guys. Installation source and then software selection. Installation source means, what is installation source? With whom we are trying to installing the operating system into virtual machine. Yes, guys. Only 5. बहुत सारा time है यार. Okay, got it. So, yes, guys, with whom you are trying to installing the operating system into your virtual machine. किस चीज से आप ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इंस्टॉलेशन कर रहे हो अभी ये वर्चुअल मशीन के अंदर? कौन सा चीज यूज कर रहे हो आप यहाँ पे? ISO image. That's it, na? With the help of ISO image, we are trying to installing the operating system into this virtual machine, right? RHEL 7.0 ISO image we used to install the operating system, right? So double click on top of the installation source. Auto detected installation media will have. See guys, RHEL 7.0 server 64-bit device ISO image, it got detected. If you want, you can verify it, but no need to verification and those all stuff. And we have one more option on the network. On the network means, guys, in real-time environment, people, they won't allow ISO images, people, they won't allow pen drives and DVDs and those all stuff because of security. If you got a job as a Linux admin, guys, assume this. in your organization, those people, they won't allow the pen drives, DVDs and those all stuff to install. Then without DVD, without pen drive, without ISO image, how you're going to install? Through network. Through network, we are going to install. We'll have kickstart services, PXE boot services, like the services will have. With the help of those services, we are going to use this on the network option. We are going to provide those server like URL here. With the help of that server URL, we are going to install the operating system through network. In your laptop, you'll have a network boot option in BIOS. If you go to BIOS, in BIOS, you'll have an option called network boot. We need to select that network boot. Just connect your laptop or desktop into one network. If you're having the PXE boot server, automatically it is going to install the operating system. Just you need to switch on the laptop. That's it. Got it, guys? So for that, we have on the network option here. Guys, no need to change anything in installation source. Go with the default. Go with the default. We are trying to installing the operating system using ISO image. With the help of ISO image, by default, you need to keep ISO image only. Right? So installation source, don't change anything. Automatic only you can keep. Okay. Got it? Good. Next, software selection. Double click on top of the software selection. Guys, by default, you'll have minimal installation. Means basic functionality will get. Basic functionality. Guys, we are unable to execute all the commands. Only few basic commands we can able to execute. And one more thing, you're not going to get the graphical user interface. You're going to get only CLI interface. If you select minimal installation. So because of that reason, we are into very initial stage, right? So if we're having little bit graphical user interface, then we are going to like understand exactly what we are doing. Okay. So because of that reason, better to select server with the GUI. Server with the GUI, right? And then here we'll have add-ons, see, backup server, DNS server. Yesterday we discussed server operating system, it having few services, HTTP, DNS, DHCP, like this. Those all the services will have FTP. If you take this, it will become directory services. If you take this, it will become email server. If you take this, it will become FTP server. If you take this, it will become file and storage server. At present, don't take anything, because we are trying to installing one standalone operating system without any services. Just what you need to do, you need to select the server with the GUI. That's enough. Then click done. Got it, guys? Click done. What we need to do in software selection, from minimal installation to server with GUI. We need to select server with GUI and click done. That's enough. Right. So let's see, guys, last option, system. So here we'll have two more options: installation destination, network, and host. So double click on what is installation destination, guys? Installation source is an image file, and installation destination, where you are installing the operating system. Where you are installing the operating system. See, hard disk. We don't have CD here. We are trying to installing the operating system into hard disk. Our installation destination is hard disk. While we are trying to creating the virtual machine, at the time 40 GB virtual hard disk space we provided for this virtual machine. Did you remember? Before, in that 40 GB hard disk, we are going to install the operating system. This 40 GB hard disk, it got detected, and you should keep this black color tick on top of this 40 GB hard disk. Means, so we are trying to installing the operating system into this 40 GB hard disk. I hope you got it, guys. Clear? Right. So guys, here we'll have two options. Automatically configure the partitioning. I will configure the partitioning. So this is automatic configure partitioning, and this is manual configuration. So if you want to can use automatically also, it's not a problem. But what will happen is, since total 40 GB it will take, and then it will divide into the two parts, and it will install the operating system. In future, while we are discussing about disk management concepts, at the time it doesn't have the space. means file system. Because of that reason, according to our requirement, we are trying to creating the partitions. Clear, guys? If you want to can use automatically also, it's not a problem. But while we are discussing about disk management concepts, at the time we are going to face some problems because we doesn't have the space for doing the practical session related to disk management. Got it, guys? Now we are doing the partitions according to our requirement. Manual partitioning we are doing. Got it, guys? Select this one. I will configure partitioning. Means according to our requirement, we are going to configure the partitioning. Select and click done. Click done. And guys, if you observe, you'll have LVM on point. Here we'll have LVM, BTRFS, standard partition, LVM thin provisioning, and those all stuff will have. So in this course, I'm going to cover LVM and as well as standard partition. This is basic Linux, right? So in this course, we'll cover LVMs as well as standard partitions. Both we'll discuss, not now, while we are discussing about disk management concepts at the time. Clear, guys? Better to select LVM only. I will tell you why we need to select the LVM while we are discussing about the disk management at the time. At present, you need to select LVM on point. Here we'll have plus symbol, right? So click plus symbol and three partitions we need to create. First partition, /. This is called root. Tomorrow, if we have the session, then we are going to continue the file system hierarchy tomorrow, or otherwise we are going to continue from Monday. File system hierarchy chapter, don't miss. 10 to 20% Linux, it will depend upon file system hierarchy only. Don't miss the file system hierarchy. What is root, what is boot, what is swap, and those all stuff we are going to discuss in file system hierarchy. Got it, guys? So /, minimum 2 GB. More than 2 GB, your wish. Root partition should have minimum 2 GB, guys. Then here we are trying to providing 12 GB because we have 40 GB, right? 12 GB you can give. So click add mount point. Okay. 12 GB. Click add mount point. If you want, you can add. If you want, you can remove. You have plus symbol for removing. Maybe if you're doing any mistake, then you can use minus symbol to remove, plus symbol to add. Maybe by mistake, if you're providing, so instead of 12 GB, you're giving some different, right, size, then you can delete it. Okay. So 12 GB, then 12 capital G, guys, / it got created. Then plus again, then second partition boot. Guys, recommended 200 MB. I'm trying to providing 400 MB. 200 MB is enough. So, but I'm providing 400 MB. Recommended is 200 MB for boot. Next, home. This is optional, guys. If you want, you can create, or otherwise you can leave it. It's not a problem. I'll do one thing. First, we'll create swap. Swap is a virtual RAM. So in file system hierarchy, I will teach you what is swap and what is virtual RAM exactly. So how it will work and those all stuff, right? So virtual RAM, guys, we need to provide equal to RAM or otherwise double of the RAM. Our virtual machine RAM, how much we provided? 2 GB, right? While we are trying to installing the virtual machine at the time, we provide the 2 GB RAM from 16 GB, right? Then for this virtual machine swap partition, 2 GB or 4 GB you can give. Equal to RAM or otherwise double of the RAM. But I'm trying to providing here 10 GB for this. It will install a little bit quickly. Okay. So guys, those three partitions are mandatory. 1, 2, 3, root, boot, swap. Those all operating system related partitions. Operating system related partitions. So click, and remaining all optional. If you want, you can create, or otherwise you can leave it. It's not a problem. Okay. So go to here. I'm trying to creating one home partition. Home, var, USR, whatever, if you want, you can create. Okay. So we are trying to creating home partition. For home 8 GB we are providing. Okay. Click. See, guys, home 8 GB. Home, it's coming under data. So system, operating system partitions. So home, it's under data. Data means our personal data. This is for personal data. This is for operating system data. Got it, guys? Those 4 partitions are enough. Total 40 GB. From 40 GB, utilize 30 GB. Remaining 10 GB available space will have free space. You are going to use this 10 GB while we are discussing about disk management concepts at the time. Then click done, done, and accept changes. And go to network and host. Then switch on this. If you switch on, automatically you are going to get one IP address if you're having the internet, or otherwise you won't get. No need to bother. While we are discussing about networking concepts, at the time, clearly we are going to discuss about Ethernet and those all stuff, right? And this is a host name, your wish. According to your requirement, you can provide the host name, localhost, local domain, server.example.com, client.example.com. Like this, you can give the host names. But I'm trying to like continuing with localhost, local domain. I'm using localhost, local domain only. Click done. Click done. And guys, finally, we need to start begin installation. We need to click begin installation. It will take 10 to 15 minutes to install. And you need to provide the root user's password. Guys, please remember, provide the root user's password. Remember, don't ask me your root user password. How I can able to know your root user password? So 99% people, like every day, they are coming to me and they're asking, sir, what is my root user password? How I can able to know your root user password, man? Yes, no. Please try to remember the password. Okay. My password is Red Hat. Okay. I'm giving Red Hat, that's it. Okay. So if you need strong password, you can give more than 8 characters. This is a personal operating system. Who's going to hack this? So I'm creating one user called student. Got it, guys? We are trying to creating one user called student. Then same password you can give. It's not a problem. It's not like this for root user one password, for student user one password. Your wish. That depends upon you. Password your personal, man. Your wish. वो मैं नहीं बोलना चाहिए, right? आपका नाम, आपके friend का नाम, parents का नाम. No one they are going to bother about parents, I know, right? So your friend names you can keep. Okay, got it, guys? So we need to wait few minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. In between, I'll show you how we need to download the ISO image. How to download the VMware workstation, you know very well. How to install also, you know, it's not a big deal. Go to download folder, double click on top of that virtual machine application, give next, 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 finally finish. Then copy, paste. What? Copy, paste. Keys, activation keys, right? Then activate it, right? Then how to create the virtual machine, you know, how we need to attach the image into virtual machine, everything we discuss very clearly, right? Now we are discussing how we need to download the ISO image from official website. इसको इंस्टॉलेशन होने दो, right? Guys, go to access.redhat.com site. This is official site. From official site, we can able to download. Is anybody having water? Guys, give me one. Right, guys. So let's see here. Go to Guys, in Google also you can search easily, you are going to get man. It's not a big deal, right? And you people, you know how to download the movies from iBomma and then movies rules and those all stuff. You don't know how to download the ISO image. Huh? Why, guys? Why like that? How to download the movies, guys? Pirated movies? Tell me. You know many sites. Huh? You peoples, you know many sites to how to download the movies from internet, right? Web series, that too, especially Korean web series, right? RHCL 7 ISO image. Then let's see here. We'll have, click this, Red Hat access.redhat.com/downloads. So here you'll have Red Hat Enterprises Linux, right? Double click on top of this Red Hat Enterprises Linux. But you need to create one account. Guys, it's a free only. So it's not like this, you like AWS account. So you need to provide the credit card, debit card details. Generally, how you are trying to creating the Gmail account like the same way. That's it. Okay. Already I have the account. I'm trying to use register option and then create RHN account. RHN means Red Hat member account. Okay. Red Hat member account. So try to log in, right? So let's see, guys, here. Guys, here you'll have the many options. See, 9.2, 8.8. Okay. Guys, better to download binary DVD. Don't download boot ISO and those all stuff. Download binary DVD. This is the latest version, 9.2, 8.8, 7.9. So if you need 7.0, where get start with customize image. I think it's not a customized image. Give me 1 minute. Actually, they got changed. That console, it got changed. Launch AWS images also will have. Okay, create your own image. Those new options they provided for us. Okay, no need to bother about this. See, click this. All Red Hat Enterprises Linux downloads. Okay, guys, here you'll have version. If you need below 7, switch to version 7 and below. Click, then you'll have 7.9. And if you want, you can download 7.9 or 7.0, whatever. If you want, you can download. Select 7.0 and then go a little bit down. So you'll have binary DVD. Download this one. Don't download boot ISO and those all stuff. Okay. So binary DVD, 3.5 GB, approximately 3.4549 GB will have. So approximately 3.5 GB will have. Better to download. If you go to 8.0, 9.0, 8 GB will have. 7, 8 like that will have. Why unnecessary? Better to download 3.5 GB image. That's all. Got it, guys. And that too doesn't need subscription and those all stuff. Again, if you're downloading 9.2, again, we need to like activate the subscription and those all stuff. Right, guys? So like this, you can download. It's not a big deal. So after downloading, you need to start installation. Guys, without ISO image, you are unable to install the operating system, remember. So almost it got completed. We need to wait few more minutes, right? So give me 1 minute. I'll confirm with management whether we'll have the session tomorrow, right? Only this Saturday, I'm going to confirm. From next Saturday onwards, we'll have. I don't know whether we'll have. Yes, guys, online. Can you hear me? Yeah, Swapna, tell me, Swapna. No issues. I'm free now. Guys, tomorrow we have the session. Please don't miss tomorrow's session. Inform to your friends. Few people's they already logged out, right? Tomorrow we are going to discuss very, very important concept. That is called file system hierarchy. Without file system hierarchy, it's very difficult to you peoples to understand the Linux. Okay. Got, I think you're my old student, right? So you belongs to previous batch. You didn't complete it, okay. So first few sessions, I think you attended, right? Yeah. Yes, guys. Clear. Tomorrow, very, very important session we are going to discuss. Sir, one file if you have, I in D drive, I want to read in Jupyter. I didn't get you what you're asking. If you having one file in D drive, where you need to read that file? Huh? Hello? In Linux, in Linux operating system. In data science, better to ask your data science faculty, na? See, in Linux, if you having any problem, then I'll tell you how to read the notes in Linux and those all stuff. Huh? You need to read the notes in the sense you need to edit the notes. You need to read the notes in the sense we'll have few editors. So we'll have graphical user editors also will have, and then CLI editors also will have. Okay. So if you're trying to like editing the like configuration files and those all stuff, we need to use VA and VM editors and those all stuff. Otherwise, just if you're having PDF like this document, for example, we will have events command. With the help of events command, we are going to read. Okay. Don't worry. While we are discussing about editors, I will tell you what kind of like files we need to edit. You are saying about configuration file. Notebook, if it is a like a PDF format or otherwise .ps format, we'll have events command. Using events command, Excel file. So that is a different story. Okay. Got it. Don't worry, I will tell you, okay? How to read and those all stuff. We need to use with third-party applications here. Linux related Excel support applications we need to use. We have an editor name call to open the Excel file. I'll tell you, don't worry. Okay. Yes, guys. Guys, it got completed. Click reboot. Click reboot. Okay. We need to wait few minutes, guys. Accept license information, license agreement, and then finish it. Right? I think that is Excel suite we need to install, guys. Swapna, I think, right? Swapna, we need to install Excel suite, or we have an application called Open Excel. I think Open Excel application we need to install in Linux. Then we can able to open the Excel file into Linux. So KDump, guys, KDump means kernel crashing dumping mechanism. Maybe so if you're trying to doing improper shutdown, sometimes you're going to lose the kernel. Because of which reason you lose the kernel, we can able to get the notification. For notification, we are providing some space here. Okay. So forward slash. Guys, no need to bother about subscription. No, you need to keep. So no, I'll prefer later. Click finish. That's it. Installation completed. Got it? Swapna, are you there? So this is our RHEL 7.0 operating system, guys. Open Excel, or otherwise we need to install Excel suite into Linux. Open Excel will have an application we need to download and then we need to install. Then you can open Excel files in Linux. So this is RHEL 7.0. We are going to work with RHEL 7.0 from Monday onwards. Tomorrow, don't miss. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about file system hierarchy. Right? So thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Good evening, not good night, I think, right? Good night means